Okay, it is the second day back at work after the Christmas break. I didn't do any video in yesterday. I just wanted to get the day done. I mean, I wasn't happy about coming to work as it was, so you know, there we are. Yeah, I just wanted to update you on how I'm feeling. I've been reading a lot of comments actually that have been left, and there's such a mixed variety of them. Some of them are quite heartwarming, and I've got a very good understanding of what it feels like to be going through a breakup, and I sympathise with them. I do, but the advice, it just, the advice is right. You know there are things that you should be doing, and you're feeling a certain way because of what has happened. But as I said before, it's different for everybody. You know how you process the heartache and the breakup and all those emotions that are running around. People are wired differently. People are built differently. Their thought processes are different. Sorry, a lot of people are strong. A lot of people are weaker. A lot of people are seriously weak, and I think I'm down towards the bottom end of that scale. I've had those dark thoughts, and they still haunt me. They're not completely gone. I do sometimes get so down in the dumps. I think of an easy way out, and what that way out would be, and it's a horrible way to think, but the only way I can get out of that is distracting myself by focusing on something, thinking about something new, reading, writing in a journal, or whatever it may be. But there are so many low points. It does become quite difficult, you know. One day is leading into the next at the minute. I know it's a new year. I'm trying to come up with a fresh outlook on life. Once, like I said, once the snow and the ice goes and I can get on the bike, maybe that will help me out a bit. Listening to music has become a little bit more helpful, but I've started to look into finding new music to listen to. Because I've got a lot of old music that triggers a lot of memories from the past. So I'm trying to avoid that. So trying to get something new, something motivating, and that really does help, especially if you can find a feel good tune that you can learn and you could sing along to while you're doing something. That, I think that is great. I think that's a very good way of taking your mind off of things. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. Sleep over the past couple of days hasn't been too bad. Keep waking up in the night at least twice, and just my mind is instantly drawn to the past. It's like it's going to happen. It's just, I don't know, how do I explain it? I wake up, I think about the past. I've been dreaming about her, which happens so regularly, and the dogs, and I miss those dogs as much as I miss her. I love those dogs to bits, and it breaks my heart, you know. And that's another thing actually that I haven't mentioned. When I'm out on my walks, or I'm working outside, and there's dogs and things outside, and doing the job I do, dogs come up to you and want to fuss, and I fuss them, and I get proper welled up over the fact that I'm not going to see our dogs again. I miss them, I do. It does trigger me, I don't. If you haven't got a dog, it probably sounds irrelevant, but if you've had dogs in the past and you have that bond with them, yeah, that bond is pretty fucking special. You know what I mean? And you will miss them when they're not there. So that does hurt. Anyway, I'm trying to remain positive. I really am. I'm reading your comments, taking the advice, and trying to lay some form of foundations for my own future. I've had hospital appointments. I've got telephone appointments. Various things going on with the blood pressure. I had blood test results come back yesterday, and everything come back normal there. So that's a piece of positive news. Spending a bit of time with my son at the moment. Watching some YouTube stuff together and playing some games and stuff. So that's nice. So hopefully, if I carry on doing what I'm doing, things will get easier. I know there will be dark times. There's always going to be, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But then I've been just going off topic a bit. I've been following some people that have been through breakups, and they've been unable to move on into another relationship. And that's the one that I'm questioning myself, right? Because I don't want to fall in love again only to get hurt again. Staying single, I just don't know whether that's for me neither. I don't know whether I want to live the rest of my years on my own with no one to share it with. Some people that works absolutely fine, but for me there's something nice about sharing it, you know, so having that special someone that you can confide in, you know, do things together, just, you know, just be there for each other, you know, to support and guide and enjoy your future together. There's something rather special about that, and I don't know whether being on my own for my remaining years is the right thing, but I guess at this early stage, while I'm in this heartache period, I just don't know. I guess we have to let nature take its course. But I do miss not having someone to talk to. I don't have a big friend network. I had one best friend, but he's moved away. But yeah, I mean, I like the idea of making some new friends. Maybe that's something to look into in the future. You know, join some form of group and do something that I enjoy doing alongside them. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. We were 6 minutes in, and I'm sure you're bored with listening to me now. So thanks for watching. Got any more advice? Leave me a comment. And if this sort of stuff interests you, please give me a subscribe as well to catch up with you know, my future progress, because I notice a lot of the people that watch are not subscribed. So it'd be nice to have some followers, and maybe I can make some online friends as well. But anyway, take care for now. I'll catch you tomorrow.